Welcome back to Afternoon Express, where we are sticking to the baking theme. Now, colour is all around us. It inspires us, lifts our moods, and transforms a space. And when it comes to creating beautiful dishes, colour is life. We've asked our very own chef Tumi how colour inspires her cooking while she creates delicious blueberry ginger biscuits.
I'm Tumi, resident chef on Afternoon Express. I'd like to think my inspiration to becoming a chef started way back when I was watching my mom in the kitchen making all those delicious recipes. You know, she would take 3, 4, 5 ingredients and create something that was so amazing. And I started my journey about a couple of years ago. 2013 to be exact is when I decided to become a chef. And since then, it hasn't been a smooth ride, but it has been quite a fun one. Nothing brings more color to my life than my little one, Bohlokwa, and his favorite color happens to be blue. And today we're going to be making delicious gingerbread cookies with a touch of blueberry because he loves blue. So why not get started? I start off with a little bit of flour. I've got an array of spices as well as some sugar, some butter, and some golden syrup. Let's get started. So we're going in with our flour, baking soda, a pinch of salt, and then we've got our spices. Being a chef on Afternoon Express has got to be one of the most exciting things I've done in the last couple of years. I mean, getting to meet all these amazing people, from celebrities to musicians, and of course, those chefs I've always wanted to work with. The next step to our recipe is melting together some sugar, butter, as well as some golden syrup. All you want here is just for the sugar to dissolve. Now that our caramel mixture has cooled down, it's time to incorporate it into our flour mixture. Food to me is a love language, being able to express myself by feeding people, because food is joy, I think. More than anything, it's just being able to express myself and feed people, make people happy. You've been wondering when the color goes in. Well, this is the perfect time. I've got some blueberries over here that I'm just gonna puree beautifully together, and then this will be the color for our gingerbread cookies. Some is gonna go into the cookies and some on the icing. To get the color, all we need is 1/3 of our dough, which goes in here, and just a touch of the blueberry that we just blended. Everyone knows that you eat with your eyes first, and that's where color comes in, because when you look at a plate and it just is bland in color, then you obviously think that it's going to be bland in taste. So that's why it's important to always have those different vibrant colors, because it makes people want to have that plate of food. Here comes the fun, the gingerbread man. And these go into the oven to bake at 190 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes, but also it all depends on your oven. My favorite type of food to cook has got to be homey, hearty, warm food, you know, like love on a plate. My color inspiration for PLASCON today has got to be all the colors, but in particular it has to be the pastel colors. You know, those light, bright, very airy colors, nothing too deep and hectic. I like those colors, and today I chose my son's favorite, which is blue. He loves blue, so I've decided to incorporate some blueberries into his gingerbread biscuits. This is the very fun part, and I'm actually glad Bohlokwa's not here, because if he was here, there'll be a lot more color in the house on the cookies. So what I have here is I have our icing that I've made a little earlier. All I've got here is some royal icing, and I'm going to divide this into 3 because we want to color each of them in a different shade of blue. To start it off, I'm going to add 1/3 into our first bowl, and then just keep adding 1/3 into the rest of these, and then start coloring. The feeling that cooking gives me has got to be somewhat of a dopamine release, you know, when you feel so excited about everything in life. Yes, it gives me somewhat of a high in life, being able to, you know, the pressure that comes with it, coming up with new recipes, coming up with new dishes, just trying to put all those flavors together. It's just so exciting. Gingerbread cookies, check. Icing, check. Now the fun begins. The trick here is to make sure that your icing is not too runny, but if it is, just lick your fingers. What I love most about being a chef is being able to create a plate of food. You know, just like art, you know, when an artist paints something, gives you a beautiful mural or something of that sort. For me, that's what cooking is like, getting to create something amazing, using color, just like you would if you're using PLASCON. That for me is exactly what cooking is about, just being able to create art, but on a plate. I know this is meant for the little ones, but I'm having so much fun. It's bringing out the little kid in me because I get to do so many different patterns and different colors.